Who's joining? How are you? Where are you? I'm basically working on a new tutorial for my channel, and while I have to do like parts in between where I have to explain new steps, I just thought that it would be nice to come here and do a live stream. But basically I want to film a tutorial for this sweater that I finished some time ago. I know that many of you liked it, and so I'm doing the same thing basically now, just with the gray wool or gray yarn, and this is how far I am. So now at the moment I just have to do the whole body part, and then I will be able to proceed further with filming my tutorial. So yeah, I think that's how it always goes when you're doing crochet tutorials. You have some parts in between where you cannot really film it for the tutorial. You just have to do a lot of work before you can proceed with explaining the next step. But of course it depends on the pattern, but in this case I feel like I have plenty of work to be done before I can proceed further with the next part. So yeah, and I have done quite a lot of raglan stuff this year, and this sweater was basically kind of like the one in white that I did was kind of like a inspiration from other things that I have made. And now I felt like, since so many people were like, where is the tutorial, like even though I prepared a written pattern, I feel like it's nice to have a tutorial as well. So if any of you want to try it out, then you have it on hand at all times. But otherwise I do have a written pattern of it already on my Etsy and on my website. It's just that it's attached to another pattern, so maybe even then it's not that noticeable that it's already available, kind of. I don't know. But yeah, now it's just the body part of this, and yeah, it should work up quickly. The issue now is that it's winter and it's getting dark super early, so I'm actually not able to record all the things that I would like to do. Because by the time I'm done with one thing, it's already dark, and I kind of have, because I want to have a natural light in my videos, and maybe that's the issue of me. I could literally just use my ring light and record it even when it's dark, but I want for it to look nice. But let's see, I will be streaming for approximately, I don't know, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, I have to do around 20 rounds in total for the body part, and I just did one. So let's see how it goes, and if I don't manage, then I don't. And maybe I will just leave this also for the live stream that I have actually planned for the evening today. So if any of you have this evening free, you're also welcome to join the live stream then. And maybe that's even a good plan to do, because I don't want to stress myself out with finishing this project as soon as possible. Let's see. And actually, as I'm filming all of this tutorial, maybe in the evening I can just do some editing in advance, so I don't have to worry about it later. Hey, happy to see you. But it's going quite fast. And I mean, like, the stitches that I use, they are just double crochets, and then I have chains in between, so it's also, like, since it's a mesh, I feel like it's progressing a lot quicker. And I think I will finish this round, and then I will actually show you how it looks, because maybe if it doesn't make sense, then when I will try it on, then I think it will definitely make more sense. But yeah, I feel like I also have a little bit of a pressure to do some videos in advance before the holiday season, because I will be traveling for a couple of weeks, and then I don't think I will be doing any new videos in between. So I think it would be nice to prepare some content in advance, so you have something to watch, and so I don't abandon my channel completely when I'm on Christmas. But let's see. I feel like not a lot of time is left. But I have noticed with myself that sometimes when I prepare content in advance and then I go on vacation for, I don't know, a week or two, then by the time I get back, I feel like it's quite hard to get back in the rhythm of doing stuff. So sometimes it even takes a couple of weeks before I start to get like properly busy, but let's see how it will be this time. And I think, yeah, I'm not too far from finishing this round. Okay, just a few more stitches and then I will connect together and I will show you. And it's been 10 minutes since I'm live and I have managed to do 2 rounds, so that's my reference. I can do 1 round per 5 minutes, so it's 12 per hour, so maybe I will need, yeah, like 2 hours in total to complete the body part. Okay, this round is done. And now I will try it on, and yeah, just so you can see how it actually looks. Okay, let's do this side. So this is how far I am It is a little bit like more fitted, but I think once I will actually block it, it will stretch out. But I kind of wanted to have it like this. I could have gone to make it a little bit looser, but I think it will be nice, because also this one that I did before, especially like after you go over your bust, then it naturally becomes a little bit looser around the belly, so I think that's fine. And this one I blocked it as well, and then it like quickly became a lot more like loosely fitted. But yeah, let's just keep on going. What does it mean? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I've seen them, and they look super cute. I wish I will try it out, like doing any sort of toys and things like that sometime soon. Because to be honest, I have never done it. I'm working on a sweater that I have done already before, and it's just that I didn't have like a dedicated tutorial for it, so this is the sweater that I did before, and now I'm just, while I'm doing a tutorial for this one, I'm in between like the steps of the tutorial that I have to explain. So while I'm doing that and completing this body part for the sweater, I'm able to just do a bunch of rows and chat with you guys. But let's see how far I will get. The plan is to do around 20 rows in total. And I think I'm on the 5th row right now. So let's see. Cool. And hello to those who are joining as well. Yeah, if any of you are working on any crochet projects right now, just let me know. I'm curious. I'm actually a little cold. So I will be wearing this one, so you can see it at all times. That's also cool. Hello, hello. So yeah, it did come out, like, because I blocked it, it became a little bit more like this. Thank you. Hello, happy to have you here. I'm crocheting a sweater, basically the same that I'm wearing now. It's just that right now I'm in the process of making a tutorial, so I started to work on a new one. And while I'm in between like different parts that I have to explain in the tutorial, I thought that it's just nice to jump on here. But yeah, it will be a mesh raglan. My favorite project, I think like right now I'm super hooked on creating like raglan projects where you start working from the top down. So that's my latest addiction, because like this winter, or not winter, this fall, I have been creating a lot of them, and it's really fun actually, and it's very easy in terms of like figuring the size or fitting, and everything stays in one place and you don't have to connect anything like afterwards. So like there are no different panels and so on. So in that sense, I really like it. But during one of my previous streams, I was also talking about this, and someone mentioned that they prefer working on the projects that are like in panels, because then it's easier to take the project with you, and you don't like, for example, this is just the beginning of this raglan sweater. So if, for example, I was working on my very last sleeve of this project, it would mean that I have like almost a complete sweater to be like carrying with me. So maybe like this type of project, if you want to have something that is like with you while you're commuting or something, then it's not that handy. But like otherwise, I do really like doing raglan stuff right now, at least. Thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah, I wanted to do something that is more like yeah, a bit darker, because I feel like, yeah, it's a nice color and it will match together with like different outfits. This one, I got it, like this dark one, I got it from Hobby, and I actually have a skein here. It's this brand. And then the white one, I just got it in like a random grocery store where they have like seasonal things, and then they change the stock. So yeah, no brand. What else do we have here? Basically, for the neckline, it's the same size as for any adult size. So everyone would kind of have the same neckline, and to measure it or to adjust it, you basically have to make sure that you're kind of like creating a square shape with the chains that you are doing, and then you just how to divide it in 4 and add stitch markers in the middle. I have a tutorial where you can find on my channel, actually, crochet raglan sweater, and then it's explained in there. But otherwise, the neckline is the same for all sizes, and where you have to figure out the size later on is basically when you're working here, like attaching these sides together. That's where you can measure it for yourself. I hope this makes sense. But I will also, in this tutorial that I'm doing now, I will explain it as well a little bit more in detail, then you will have it. But yeah, it's very simple, the neckline is the same. And for this, I did 17 chains on each side, and then plus 4 for each of the stitch markers. So in total it was 72 chains that I had to do for this neckline, and that's together with the 6mm hook and yarn that actually requires a 6mm hook. But I feel like this yarn, even though it requires 6mm, I feel like it's quite thin, and I could also work on with it on a 5mm hook, and then if I would go one size down for the crochet hook, I would still keep the same stitch count, at least, because it's not it's not that thick, to be honest, at least when I'm comparing with this one. For this sweater I did, I think, 64 chains in total, so it was 15 on each side plus 4 for the stitch marker. Yeah, I hope it helps because it's quite a lot of math that you would have to figure out. And my neighbors are drilling. What do you mean age-wise? Because I feel like on my channel I have all sorts of different age groups. I know that there's one girl who sometimes joins on the streams as well, and she said that she's 11, so that's very young, and it seems like she's very into crochet and doing like all sorts of different projects as well. And then on my channel I have seen older people, I have seen people who are my age, so I feel like it's perfect for any age, to be honest. I only understand just a couple of words in Italian, so I'm not really sure. I can try to translate later, but I understand brava, so thank you. Ah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, you see, so there is no limit at all. And it's just nice to have a hobby like this, I think, because you can make a lot of cute things and keep you busy, have some fun. Also, if you find other crochet friends, then you can do it together with them even. But in a way, I wish that I would have started a lot earlier. And I feel like crochet became super popular only lately for the past couple of years. I feel like now everyone is doing it or talking about it. Same also for knitting, where, yeah, a few years ago it wasn't such a huge trend. So I kind of feel like I wish I had started a lot earlier. But it's always like that with things like that. Um, yeah, basically you do have to adjust your chains based on the hook size and yarn size, because it is going to make things bigger or wider or looser. In this tutorial, I'm just explaining it how it is with the materials that I'm using, but then in the written pattern I will adjust. But like the rule of thumb is that when you do the neckline and when you do all the stitches, just check that it actually goes over your head, and if it does, then it's totally fine, it fits you, and then later on you will like figure out the size of like all the rest of the parts. But yeah, when you start working on it, and if you're using different materials, then just double check in like very early on just by trying it on, because I did the same with this. I tried to figure out like what kind of size I should do and how many chains I should be going with, and I basically just tried it on, and it goes over my head quite easily. So I could have gone like even a little bit tighter if I wanted, but I felt like I want a neckline to be more open, and maybe this one is a little bit tighter, I'm not sure. But then like after you're done, you also have some options as well. You could easily add like a neckline border in here, or like a ribbed collar or something like that. So there are options of like how you can adjust it later on, even if it's like too wide, or if you want to go for a looser look, then just do more stitches, or do less if you want it to be more tight. Yeah, I think so too. It's a very easy vest that you can do as well. And I think that's kind of like a backup if you run out of the materials that you are using. And yeah, then it's easy to go with the second option that you're just creating a vest instead. Yay, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Like I think there are always like some tips that you can learn and pick up, like no matter for how long you've been crocheting. I'm also planning to do kind of like a video explaining different crochet tips, because I feel like there are many tiny things that many of us don't know or have forgotten, and yeah, stuff like that. So I do want to combine it all in one video and go through like all sorts of different crochet hacks, but it will take me some time, I think. Like right now I have a lot of ideas and I feel like I don't have enough time to do all of them, but I'll get there. I think I'm in the middle of... Oh, that was quick. That's super quick, nice. Yeah, I'm in the middle of this round, so I think we will try it on again, just so I can show you again. I'm originally from Latvia, but I live in Denmark at the moment, but I have actually lived in the UK as well. Just for like a couple of years and then a couple of summers. I lived in York, maybe if you know, I was there, and then like multiple years ago I also spent like 2 summers in Guernsey. That's a fun little island. I see. Okay, I'm connecting this round, then I will show you. Uh-huh. Oh wow. That's a crazy coincidence. I don't think I went there, but that was also like, I think I was like 18, so like, yeah, a lot of many years ago. Uh, yeah, it's like over 10 years ago now. Um, I didn't travel that much. I was living near St. Peter Port, and I was actually working. Maybe you remember. This is so funny. I was working at how was it called? It was yeah, a pastry shop called. Oh my god! It just dropped out of my mind. But it was called like a French writer's name. Hugo something, I don't know. But then I was also working at China Red, which was just next to it. Um, yeah, China Red was just next to it, just like a Chinese restaurant, super good Chinese food. And then I also did some shifts in a bar that was called Red, I think. It was just in front of the seaside. Like all of these places were just in front of the sea. Yeah, that's so funny. Let me show you. But yeah, let me show you how it looks. But that's a crazy coincidence. No, I'm not so good at French, not at all. Actually, like when I moved to Guernsey, because there are quite a lot of French people, and because my English accent was quite strong and I was pronouncing a lot of Z in words where I shouldn't, some people actually thought that I'm French. But yeah, this is how it looks so far. I feel like there isn't that much visible progress from before, but yeah, we are getting there. Nice. So cool. But French is a good language to learn. Thank you. Yeah, small world. Boulangerie Victor Hugo. That's the place. Now I remember. But I think it's now closed for a couple of years already. That's cool. I think I have quite a few Indian people who are on my channel. At least I've seen during the previous streams as well. Never been to India though. Actually, let me Google those places because I'm also one of those people who is super bad with the. Oh, I have to go back. Yeah. Nice. Well, maybe we met there at some point. I don't know. But yeah, I want to Google those places because maybe I've been and I just don't remember. Because sometimes I'm very bad with like I have a very good memory, but remembering places or names of the places in particular and remembering names of actors, I'm just completely gone. It's an island? No, I haven't been. But wow, it looks nice. Herm and Sark. That's actually super cool. Yeah, I wanna go. I was talking with my husband and his mother that I would like to go there again just to see how it looks now, like after all these years, since I haven't been, but I'm not sure if we will manage to go. Louisiana restaurant. I want to check out all these places. Maybe I know this one. I have to see on the map. I've been to Cobo Beach, that's for sure. Ah, maybe I've been there. I think I had some pasta or something. I don't know. That's so cool. Mama Rosa. I'll check those places later. So cool. I'm like the stitches that, sorry, I'm just super excited about this. Nice. Yeah, wow. For this project here, I'm just doing double crochets. So it's very simple and it builds up very quickly as well. About my lives, it's quite random. When I do it here in the in the vertical position, then it's no, don't worry at all. I'm also super excited about this now. No worries. But yeah, my lives, they are quite random. Yeah, whenever I feel like I have some time or I'm working on something and I don't feel like just sitting on by my TV, then sometimes I jump here randomly, but I have also a couple that I have planned, like recurring ones. I have one every Saturday evening and then every Sunday morning, but sometimes I might move some things around, but otherwise I have, that is kind of like part of the schedule where you can see it on my channel on the live section tab. Yeah, so also for those you can click on notifications to be notified whenever I'm going live, but these ones sometimes I just do them very randomly. About amigurumis, yeah, I've never tried it out, and yeah, I haven't tried it out, but I hope to do something like that soon. I know that many people are actually into more into them than doing clothing items. For me, it's kind of different. I don't know. I prefer to make something that I can wear, but I think creating those little thingies, I think it's very, very fun. But yeah, I don't have the yarn that is normally used. So I might have to do some research and definitely might have to practice before a little bit as well. But I will try to do something like that at some point soon. I have a good one. If you wanna uh, if you wanna make cardigan with granny squares, I have one that I made with sunflower granny squares, so you can check it out on my channel. The tutorial should be pretty good. That's what everyone says. So you can try to follow that. And it's a nice cardigan, I feel, as well. And like you can do it with any type of granny squares you wish. I have seen people who have done it with my heart granny squares. So maybe you can go with that. All right. Yeah, and that's a fun square to be working on as well, because yeah, every round is different. You don't have to be um, like eventually you just learn it by heart. I think after 2-3 squares you already know what to do, but like every round is different, and so you have something that is changing as well, but it's not changing that much or that often that you would not be able to just do it without like counting. At least some squares are a lot more difficult, where every stitch of each round is different, or yeah, or things like that, and then you have to literally count along. But sunflower, very easy, and yeah, very pretty as well. Okay, I started a new round already. Let me quickly count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are on round 9 already. That's fast, I feel like. Um, Others, not so much, to be honest. I wanted to try out doing sewing at some point, but I haven't. Um, and then at some point I was doing some painting, but with like yarn and stuff. Like I have, I'm not very into knitting, for example. And I know that many people actually prefer knitting over crochet, but I feel like I like crochet a little bit more. I have this thing with my yarn. I will just cut it off and reattach. But no, not really. I could see myself liking to do cross stitching. I feel like that's nice. Something with beads I could do as well. But yeah, lately I've been so focused on crochet that sometimes I don't really have time for other things. But that's fine. And yeah, at the same time I'm also trying to build my YouTube channel and Instagram page and all those sorts of things, so it leaves very little room of exploring other stuff if I kind of want to, yeah, let's say niche up in this field in particular. But yeah, but I do want to do some more videos of like where I actually do try new things on, because I think it would be fun. One thing that I want to buy, and maybe I should actually look for some Black Friday deals or something, is the knitting machine. I could imagine that it's very satisfying just to create like bigger pieces without doing any work, but I haven't done it. Yeah, I can agree about the cross stitching. I can definitely see that it's hard on eyes for sure, and yeah, more focused. The one thing that I do worry about crochet is that it's big on your wrists. Yeah, also, yeah, I agree about the hours in the day. Sometimes I struggle And like the fact that I also still work full-time, it doesn't help either, because like technically this is just a hobby, but I do hope that at some point I will have this crochet hobby my actual full-time job, so let's hope for that. But yeah, one thing that I'm like becoming more conscious about is the wrist movement that we do a lot, and sometimes it's good just to take some more frequent breaks, because lately I have also noticed, like when I'm crocheting for like long periods of time without having any rest at all, I can feel that my wrists sometimes hurt a little bit, and also like the tension that you kind of have to hold your yarn. I started to hold it like this, just on my pinky, so I don't have to like grab it like that, and then it helps with this like these fingers to be more relaxed. My other, like my right hand, it's not tired at all. It doesn't really hurt, but for this one I can also feel that my wrist here is turning more than for this hand. So that's something that I'm starting to become more aware of. But yeah, it's important to take some breaks. How far we are? Yeah, I think actually, yeah, no worries at all. I know that some people somehow tie it around their, like, I don't even know how it's called in English, like pointing finger, and then they do it, but I have learned to hold my yarn like this, but I know that some people like tie it around this finger and then do it like that. So there are like different methods how you can actually check how to hold yarn, and then some of them help better for others. For me, the pinky method I think is the best. But yeah, now that I started to talk about all this break taking, and since I have been crocheting now in a row for like 50 minutes, and I think it will be a good time to actually take a break and do some other things, because yeah, also have to move on with my Saturday and do a little bit of a cleaning. We also decided that today we will do some baking and stuff like that, so I want to enjoy or have a little bit of a more relaxing Saturday, let's say. But yeah, otherwise I do have a stream that's scheduled for today in the evening that I mentioned, and another one for Saturday morning. Maybe I will move not Saturday morning, Sunday morning. That I will move it in the evening. I'm not sure, but if you go on my channel and if you check the live stream section, you can see the upcoming ones that I have planned so far. But yeah, I'm just finishing this round. I will show you the final look of how far we got, and I think we managed to do quite a lot, which is nice. It's nice that it's working up so quickly. By the way, I only started this project yesterday evening around 8, and then I continued this morning, so I haven't even spent that many hours on working on it, but it's been yeah, very fast so far. The biggest hook that I have worked with, I think the biggest so far is actually size 9 millimeters, but I have some huge one which is 15 millimeters, but I haven't tried it out yet. But I have a very thick yarn that is specifically for crocheting a blanket, which I also hope to do as a vlog or live or whatever, and then I want to show it to you because that will be the biggest one that I have used. And yeah, thank you so much. It was nice to meet you here as well. I do hope to chat again about Guernsey and stuff like that. But yeah, here it is. This is how it looks. So I'm kind of like reaching over my bust already, and from here on it should start to become a little bit looser around the waist area. But this was fast. So what I will do now is I will take some rest for my hands. I will do some chores at my house, clean up and stuff like that. And then eventually I will proceed further with this tutorial. I'm aiming to be able to finish it, yeah, within next couple of days. And then I will publish a tutorial as well. I have recently started on my channel